Hi, I'm Chris Brox. I work on Twilio's emerging technology and innovation team, where we help explore the future of customer engagement. We've been researching how Twilio customers can use AI and customer data to accelerate their customer engagements. And today I'm really excited to share an early look at Twilio AI Assistants. It's a conversational platform that enables you to build autonomous assistants that can automate customer interactions. AI assistants have access to customer memory and enterprise knowledge, so each response is hyper-personalized and tailored to the customer's needs. These assistants can be deployed across any channel, including chat, voice, SMS, RCS, email, WhatsApp, or even robots. Here's what we have lined up for our time together. First, we're going to jump right into the action with a real-life chat. You'll get to see how an AI assistant uses customer data and enterprise knowledge to provide a great customer experience. After that, we're rolling up our sleeves and getting hands-on. I will walk you through how you can build your very own AI assistant. And to wrap things up, we'll talk about meeting your customers where they are and how AI assistants can be deployed across any channel you can think of. Okay, let's dive right in. George is at the airport and just landed in Atlanta. He goes to baggage claim and, his bags are missing. But luckily, the airline he flew has just deployed Twilio AI assistants, so George can simply send a text message to them letting him know his bags are lost. Since the AI assistant has access to customer memory, it recognizes George's phone number and can securely access his customer profile, where it sees that his bags missed their connection and are still in San Francisco. George also indicated his hotel when booking his flight, so the assistant knows where George is staying. Watch as the assistant generates a response that addresses George by name and asks him if he wants the bags delivered to his hotel. George says yes, and the assistant is able to arrange the delivery of the bags. Wow, this only took 2 message turns, and did you notice that the assistant didn't need to ask George for his incoming flight number, his bag IDs, or the name of his hotel? This is because AI assistants have access to customer memory. Customer memory securely gives the assistants controlled access to read and write to the customer profile. This means the assistant's responses can be enriched with not just George's demographic data, but all of the touch points he's had with your brand in the past, including page clicks, items purchased, previous conversations, support tickets, and more. This creates hyper-personalized responses that remove the need for customers to repeat themselves every time they talk to you. Additionally, the assistants observe every message sent to and from a customer and can extract useful traits to enrich the customer profile in real time. For example, if a customer indicates a preference or shares more information about themselves, this information will be captured in the customer memory for use in the future, whether that's used in marketing campaigns, support conversations, or even personalized in-store experiences. This means that every conversation is a chance to learn more about your customers. And the more you learn about your customers, the better experiences you can create for them in the future. Okay, now I want to show you how easy it is to build with Twilio AI assistants. First, we'll log into Twilio and navigate to our assistants. I have multiple assistants in my account, but let's take a look at this airline support assistant. This assistant has been configured to be a support agent for Twilio Airlines. I've given it a name, a company name, and have turned on the customer memory features, leveraging the power of segment. I'll give the assistant a personality by simply using natural language. This gives the assistant a purpose and lets it know how to speak and behave. We like to think of the personality prompt as being similar to what you would say to a new employee on their first day on the job. This is a good start, but let's give the assistant the tools and knowledge it needs to serve our Twilio airline customers. Tools allow assistants to communicate with external systems like third-party APIs or enterprise applications. To configure a tool, you give it a name and a description. The assistant will use the name and description to intelligently determine when to use this tool. Gone are the days of complex business logic and decision trees. We simply use natural language to instruct how the assistant behaves. We can also configure the inputs needed to use this tool. In this case, to check the status of a checked bag, we need the bag reference ID. If the assistant already has this information from earlier in the conversation, or if it's stored on the customer profile, it can use the tool without having to ask the customer for their reference ID. If it doesn't have this information, it will ask the customer to provide it. Lastly, we can choose whether customers need to be verified before this tool is used. We can also give our assistants access to enterprise knowledge to ensure that their responses are accurate and grounded with up-to-date information. This could be support articles, FAQs, or even documentation. To add knowledge, you can enter a URL to scrape a website, copy and paste raw text, upload files, or connect an external vector database. Lastly, Channels gives us an API to deploy our assistant across any channel. You can deploy your assistants across voice.
Hi, George. Both of your bags have been delayed due to a missed transfer. Would you like us to deliver your bags to your hotel?
Chat, SMS, WhatsApp, email, and more. And because Twilio AI assistants are built on top of Twilio's communication infrastructure, you can easily transfer a conversation to a human agent in Flex. Thanks so much for following along. The Twilio ETI team is excited to continue exploring the future of AI and customer engagement. If you'd like to stay up to date on our work and provide feedback, feel free to visit twilioalpha.com for more information. Thanks, and we can't wait to see what you build.